In the eastern province of Erzurum, the opposition has been gaining on the ruling Justice and Development Party, AK Party, in the run-up to the June 7 election despite significant challenges stemming from the abuse of state resources to benefit AK Party candidates. Kamil Aydın, the lead candidate running on the Nationalist Movement Party, MHP, ticket, explained to today's Zaman how the ruling party has been abusing state powers for the elections, be it generous funding or open intimidation of voters. Former Interior Minister Efkan Ala, who is running on the AK Party ticket in Erzurum, exerts pressure on voters, especially in rural areas, he told today's Zaman. Ala, a close confidant of President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, played a key role in orchestrating mass purges in the police department and other government agencies to shield Erdoğan from legal troubles in major corruption investigations in December 2013. He is also reportedly involved in plots to discredit opposition parties ahead of the election. He travels with a huge entourage of official cars and a big army of bodyguards to plant fear in the minds of people, Aydın lamented. Aydın, a professor of English literature and a graduate of the University of Warwick, sounded upbeat, however, saying the climate of fear is backfiring on the ruling party. Many shopkeepers whispered in my ear when I visited them that they will support the MHP in the election. They are afraid of saying it out loud due to intimidation and pressure, he explained. The voter backlash may punish the AK party in the election, he remarked. Aydın also complained about the government's use of imams and muftis to unofficially campaign on behalf of the ruling AK party. Some imams are not comfortable having religion abused for political campaigns, he noted. The AK party is already bleeding votes in Erzurum, where it traditionally enjoys large support. In 2014 the AK party received 53.7% of the vote in the provincial council election, a drop of some 16 percentage points from the results of the 2011 national election. Predictions for the June 7 general election are often based on the results of the local elections in March 2014, which determined, among others, the distribution of seats in provincial councils. The percentages obtained by political parties in provincial councils are generally accepted as the best indicator of how people will vote in the national election. In the last national election in 2011, deputies from the ruling party won 5 seats out of 6 available in Erzurum. The MHP received 1 seat with 13.3%. The MHP has already increased its votes from some 55,000 in 2011 to 115,000 in the local election, during which Aydın was the candidate for the mayoral office. Considering that the MHP has further increased its support in Erzurum, it may very well take 2 seats with a comfortable margin. Aydın believes if they work hard enough, they will be able to win 3 seats. The main opposition Republican People's Party, CHP, a party that is effectively non-existent in Erzurum, has nominated high-profile female candidate Gonca Aytak, who has well-known family ties in the province. Aytak made headlines in the national press when she successfully fought against the municipal and national police who were deployed to tow the CHP's campaign bus in the city's center square. She launched a major social media campaign against what she said was an obstruction by the authorities to campaign freely. She won when the police gave up after protests by CHP officials and local residents. She was out in field campaigning when today's Zaman visited her stand, and volunteers from the ruling party were trying to erect their own stand next to her campaign bus. Suleiman Fitolu, a campaign volunteer for the CHP's candidate, says the party's performance is in its best shape ever since the 1990s. He says the pressure on their campaign is huge, but that they have vowed to not yield to the intimidation. The unwarranted attack on the CHP campaign bus in the city center was huge publicity for them, he underlined. Mfitola claims the CHP will win 1 seat in Erzurum, citing a survey by the Sonar polling company. The CHP received 4.8% in the 2011 national election and received 3.2% in the provincial council election in 2014. Although Aytak raised a lot of excitement in Erzurum, whether she will be able to pull off the win is an open question. The numbers do not look favorable for her. The challenge from the pro-Kurdish People's Democratic Party, HDP, is much more serious in Erzurum. Many believe the party has already secured one seat provided that it exceeds the national 10% threshold. The HDP's predecessor, the Peace and Democracy Party, BDP, fielded an independent candidate in Erzurum in the 2011 election and received more than 30,000 votes. The HDP also complains about efforts to intimidate the party.